Hello students, today I am going to start the second part of the chapter, The Address by Marga Minko. In the previous part, we have already studied that Marga Minko, the narrator, approaches to Mrs. Darling's house. The address that was given by Marga Minko's mother. She goes there to reclaim the possessions that Mrs. Darling has taken from Mrs. S, that is Marga Minko's mother, at the time of war, so as to keep it in safe custody. Okay, when she reaches there, Mrs. Darling refuses to recognize her, but the narrator thought that she might have been at a wrong address. Later on, when she sees Mrs. Darling, she was wearing a green knitted cardigan. That cardigan belonged to narrator's mother. So she was sure that she is at the right address. When she introduces her that I am Mrs. S' daughter, Mrs. Darling recognizes her. But she refuses to talk to her. She says that I do not have time to talk on the old stuffs, and she doesn't even allow her to enter inside the house. She tells that it is better that you come some other day. So this is what we have studied. Now the other part, the next part, the next point is the memory. The memory of the narrator, actually, what she remembers. On her way back, the narrator remembers the day she came back to her house, or her home we can say, at the beginning of the war. She may have come from a hostel or maybe from a trip. As she entered inside, she looked into all the rooms, and what she found that several pieces of furniture, then crockery, then silverware were all missing. She found that they were not there. So she became worried that where all those have gone. She inquired about the missing items from her mother, but she didn't get any reply from her mother. Okay, so this is the point. Next is Mrs. Darling taking away the possession. This is all what is the memory of that narrator. Mrs. Darling taking away the possessions. Now what happens? One morning, when the narrator was striding down the stairs of her house, she saw a woman. She was leaving her house and she was being escorted by the narrator's mother, that is Mrs. S. She was escorting her out of the house. Now this lady was carrying luggage, okay, in which there were crockery of the house and furniture, and she was keeping it in a carriage. Then when the narrator saw all these things, she asked her mother that who is that lady and why she is taking all this stuff. Narrator's mother tells her that she is Mrs. Darling, one of her acquaintance, a friend. Okay, acquaintance means one who is known. Then she even tells that this lady is taking all the items so as to keep it safe for a time, so that she can keep it safe, and later on when they will return, they will take all those possessions, okay, all those items from her. Now what happens? As soon as she was about to leave, the narrator's, means that is Marga Minko, she was feeling that why this lady is taking all the possessions that belongs to her. Okay, so she was uncomfortable. She was not comfortable at all. She actually doesn't want to allow anyone else to take all those possessions from her house. So this is where the point ends. The next point is the address. Now, the address that was given by the narrator's mother. Okay. Now, the narrator mother, Marga Minko's mother, that is Mrs. S, she told Marga Minko about the address of Mrs. Dorling. She lived at Marconi Street and house number 46, and she had taken all the possessions from there. Unfortunately, what had happened, the narrator's family had been driven to the camps, concentration camps, where every one of them died. Only who was left? The narrator. Okay, and there was no one else to save her. So this is where she gets the address from. Okay, the next point is the revisit. The revisit. So, growing frustrated at her last visit, the narrator decided to go back to the same address once again, okay, to reclaim the mother's belongings. She approached the place, the house, but this time another face opens the door. It was Mrs. Dorling's daughter. Okay, she asked the narrator to come inside the room, and she even escorted her to the drawing room after entering the house. Now, in the room, the narrator saw all the things. Okay, the crockery, the silver spoons and all, and she even saw the tablecloth with burnt mark, and all those things reminded her of her past. Okay, the past that she wants to forget actually. Okay, that was very painful. The things looked very similar, though those were all same, but they were at different place and in a strange manner. Those were lifeless, okay, and strange. The means the narrator starts thinking that this is not the place where I should visit, because all those memories were hurting actually. Okay, so she even feels that these are the things which reminds me of my past, which I wanted to forget, and they even remind me of the actually all the things that I have lost. Okay, so Mrs. Dorling's daughter, she was not knowing that her mother was a wicked lady, because she had all stolen. Actually, she has disagreed to return it, so that is stealing only. Okay, so she was not knowing this, that she is a wicked lady. The narrator asked if she knew where her mother had bought all this or brought all these items from. Okay, so she thought that her mother bought the objects at an auction. Okay, then the last one is narrator's decision. This is the last point. Narrator's decisions. Narrator's decision. DECISION. The narrator was overwhelmed by the flushing memories and decided to leave the house and the possessions. She wants to actually forget and go away from there, because she was disturbed by everything, by the memories of the past. Okay, so she made a commitment never to return to that place in future. In the end, she even decided to forget the address. Okay, and all the history that is linked with that. So this is where the chapter ends actually, because that past was very painful for her. It was a burden, so she wanted to forget it. This is where the chapter ends.